low-level BI employees ay nakikihati sa pastillas operation na iyan?
I concur, Your Honor. Pero kung bibigyan ko po kayo ng parang percentage, para po sa akin, mga 10% na lang yung hindi kasama sa modus.
Alright, iaalamin niya ng komite because ang mind naman ng bawat Senate committee dito, and gusto kong i-put on record yan sa lahat ng resource persons, no matter how big or how small yung percentage ng mga reform-minded sa anumang ahensya ng ating gobyerno na nagkakaproblema, ay that may be a good enough starting point para ipagpatuloy yung mga reforma, yung mga pagwawasto, given yung shocking na revelations na nalalaman namin sa ganitong mga hearing in aid of legislation, and particular sa aming komite in aid of pagpoprotekta sa mga babae at mga batang nabibiktima nitong mga illegal pogo operations at yung mga krimen na dala-dala nila. So for now, maraming salamat Mr. Chong, Alex, para sa iyong mga sagot sa mga panimulang tanong ng aming komite. I'd like to turn now sa Bureau of Immigration. Preliminary question muna kay Grifton Medina before I move on to the Commissioner. So, Mr. Medina, ayon kay Alex, nag-delete na daw ng mga Viber groups. Na-monitor nyo po ba ito na nagka-deletan na ng mga Viber groups?
Ma'am, I'm not aware of the Viber groups per terminals, as the witness is saying. As of now, we do have Viber groups for supervisors, for deputy heads, for section heads, to cascade information, especially with regard to memos or urgent instructions from the commissioner, or at this time we have the COVID-19. We still have those Viber groups that I am aware of. But the Viber groups that the witness is saying is, I haven't seen one, and I cannot confirm kung nawala na po or nandyan pa.
Before moving on to the Commissioner, Mr. Medina, gusto ko lang ulitin yung sinabi ko actually mula pa ng unang hearing, na actually it's getting a bit tiresome to hear from you, no, with all due respect, yung repeated na mga not aware, I do not know, lalo na gaya ng sinabi ko rin anong unang hearing natin na I've heard some good things about you and you seem to be an intelligent man. Kaya talagang nandun pa rin yung hindi ako makapaniwala na you don't know, or officials at your level are completely unaware of this. At nasabi ko noong unang hearing, it's just maybe unfortunate para po sa inyo na you're the one I have to ask the questions of about the BI. Well, mabuti na lang for our committee as well. Andito ngayong hapon si Commissioner. So I will ask additional major questions kay Commissioner Morente. Commissioner, gusto ko po talagang magkaroon ng better understanding, at para sa understanding ng aming komite, understanding po dun sa appointing powers sa BI, who appointed who? So, for starters, kayo po ba nag-appoint kay Grifton Medina sa Ports Operation Division na siyang pumalit kay Red Marinas?
Your Honor, good afternoon. To answer the question, hindi po ako ang nag-appoint. It is always the Justice Secretary. Even in the case of Red Marinas, when I entered the Bureau in 2016, it was Secretary Aguirre who appointed him, Your Honor.
And kayo po ba, so okay, SOJ, sabi nyo, laging ang SOJ nag-a-appoint. Pero kayo po ba yung nag-appoint sa mga TCEU heads?
I leave it to the decision of the Chief of the POD, Port Operations Division, but pino-forward po nila sa amin yung mga pangalan. And then the orders emanate from the Office of the Commissioner, Your Honor.
So parang kayo yung last touch doon sa i-appoint or gustong i-appoint ng POD head.
Upon the recommendation of the Chief POD, Your Honor.
Meron po ba kayong mga lower officials sa inyo sa bureau na ang commissioner mismo ang nag-a-appoint?
The arrangement, the present arrangement with the Justice Secretary is for division heads. We just recommend, and then they will screen. But these people are being screened also by the Personnel Selection Board ng Bureau. And then we come up with a short list. We forward it to the Secretary. And the Department of Justice will appoint them yung sa division level. For the section level, I also have to ask permission from the Department of Justice because of the very limited authority that I have based on the very old law that we have, the 1940 Philippine Immigration Act, and it is also being supported by the Administrative Code of 1987, plus the Civil Service Circulars pertaining to the powers of the agency head, specifically the Bureau of Immigration Chief. I do not even have disciplinary powers, Your Honor. That's the problem that I have. That's why I'm working for the passing of a new immigration law, which would correct the system, Your Honor.
Yes, just to put on record, I have
Please, Senator
filed
Amy.
actually a new draft for an immigration law precisely addressing those concerns.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sen.
very
Amy,
much.
and the chair will probably join you and support you in that, support Senator Amy, as one of the probable policy recommendations of the Committee on Women, our committee, to come out of these hearings. Kasi wala po bang ina-appoint directly and solely ng commissioner? Medyo nakakagulat po. And sabi nyo nga po, you have no disciplinary powers, and yet you were able to at least start disciplinary proceedings or impose disciplinary actions on initially five BI personnel. We read that in the media. Wala po ba kayong diretsong ina-appoint?
I have to inform also the Secretary that I was reshuffling, removing the terminal heads since there is an ongoing investigation. I created, Your Honor, a fact-finding committee chaired by Deputy Commissioner Javier. Their job will only be to investigate, and then they come up with a recommended administrative action, which I will also recommend only to the Secretary of Justice. If only I would be given the authority, I would suspend all of these people pending the conduct of the investigation. Although this I will communicate with Secretary Guevara, Your Honor.
Medyo nakakalito po kasi na at least sa pagdinig namin, iba't ibang appointing powers, and even more nakakagulat na yung commissioner ng isang napaka-importanting bureau, which is our frontline border guards, ay wala po kayong specific na appointing powers na exclusive sa inyong office with the disciplinary powers that flow from that.
Meron naman po, Your Honor. My appointing power is limited to contractual employees. So, pag nagkamali ang contractual employee or JO, I can terminate them immediately. But for plantilla position employees, there is the civil service rule that the appointing authority is the dismissing authority. So, these powers I do not have for the plantilla officers, Your Honor.
Before we continue with the commissioner, matanong ko lang kay Alex, no? May mga JO ba na nagdi-deal sa mga Chinese tourists, kumpogo workers? Kapag alam mo.
Sa personal knowledge ko po, meron po tayong mga JO or yung mga non-plantilla positions na nasa airport who are, yes, they are they are part of the pastillas scheme.
Mga ilang porsyento yung mga JO, ilang porsyento yung mga plantilla, frontline personnel na bahagi nitong pastillas operation?
Sa mga JO po,
Saka anong functions niyang mga JO na nagdi-deal with yung mga Chinese tourists?
okay, for example po, no? And correct me if I'm wrong, if they are not JO. Yung interpreter, translator, since they can speak Chinese, Mandarin, sila mismo po, connected sila sa mga Chinese, if not the Chinese travel agencies, sila mismo, connected sila.
O, pero isang halimbawa lang yon. So, meron pa bang ibang JO na frontline na nakikipag-interact sa mga Chinese tourists na yan? Are they like 1% of those in the pastillas operation or 10% or more?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, kapag JO, nandoon po to sa BCIU, yung Intel nga, nandyan po yung maraming JO. Opo. Yung pong salubong, yung pong mga nagpapapila, andyan po yan, yung mga JO. And yung mga ibang TCEU staff, JO din yon.
BCIU, napaka-importanting unit, Intel. So, but with your enumeration so far, 1/3 ba ng mga nasa pastillas operation ay mga JO? Would you be able to estimate kung anong proportion nila na nakapaloob sa operasyon na ito?
Yes, Your Honor, more or less, mga 1/3.
Mga 1/3. Alright. I'll return now to... Yes, of course. Senator Annie.
Pwede pong magtanong, kasi binabasa ko lang yung memo circular na inilabas ni Secretary Aguirre noon, yung Department Circular 041, yung August 15, 2017. Grabe ang kapangyarihan na binigay sa POD at sa SOCO, di ba? Talagang halos lahat pwedeng lang gawin sa visa on arrival. Tatanong ko, angkop sa palagay ninyo, Commissioner Morente, at ang balita ko si Mr. Medina, nag-aral pa sa US tungkol sa immigration law. Sa palagay ninyo, tama po ba itong sistemang lahat ng kapangyarihan, halos, sa visa, pag binasa mo, pwede mong iban yung mga Chinese travel agents, pwede kang mag-diskarte, pwede kang mag-extend ng 6 months, ibigay ng visa, mas mahaba pa. Sa palagay ninyo, tama po ba to na halos yung Bureau of Immigration, lahat ng kapangyarihan ninyo napunta sa POD at sa SOCO? Tama po ba yung ganun?
To answer indirectly, Your Honor, that's why I recommended that the visa upon arrival should only be 1 month, which was adopted by the Secretary Guevara, and he issued an amendment to this na hindi na extendable and it should be ticket-based. Kung nakalagay sa ticket na 1 week siya, the order of the visa upon arrival contains the dates of his arrival and his departure. Non-extendable, non-convertible to other visas, Your Honor.
Pero sino ang magbibigay? Asa kamay pa rin ba ng POD at ng SOCO? Or naibabalik sa mas mataas na opisyal? O may kapangyarihan ba kayo sa bureau na magsalita? Sapagkat parang sa kanila na lahat eh.
Your Honor, the visa upon arrival is processed in the Office of the Commissioner. We forward the copies of the visa to the travel agencies who applied for it, and then forward the same to the port operations for their copies para pag dumating po na andon. And it is already automated. Nakalagay na ho doon sa namin that these are the control numbers for the different visa upon arrivals, Your Honor.
Po natin na yung documentary compliance, madali naman ibigay lahat ng mga papeles na yan, true or not true. Ang totoo, wala nang alam at wala nang saliksik sapagkat talagang dependent rin kayo sa mga frontliners, hindi po ba?
Dinadaan po sa amin kasi yung application yan. The purpose of the application being passed through the Office of the Commissioner 10 days prior minimum
The information
for
derived.
derogatory check, Your Honor.
But the information derived has made some writers such as Cinnamon Tulfo, di ba, sinabi na parang nagiging kwan lang kayo, lame duck daw ang commissioner pagkat nandun sa frontliners lahat ng kapangyarihan at lahat ng mga sikat na hawak ng Marinas. Tama po ba?
That was the general impression he had, Your Honor.
And actually, the words used were lame duck si Morente at saka figurehead lang, sayang daw si Medina. Ano hong reaction ninyo sa mga salitang ganun?
Well, I think these are realities dahil limited nga ho ang authority na ibinigay ng lumang batas ng immigration, Your Honor.
Okay. Meron lang akong hirit, no, kay Alice Tunchong na parang hindi niyo nababanggit yung Fidel Mendoza. Wala kayong personal knowledge or naririnig tungkol doon? Kasi parang yun ang pinaka-maingay na pangalan eh.
Yes, Your Honor, kilala ko po si Fidel Mendoza. Dati po siyang, nilagyan po siya ng, gumawa na naman ng bagong position doon beside the POD chief. Beside the POD chief's office siya mismo. Doon. POD, ano to? Chief of Staff, parang ganon. So, again, in my point of view, since si Fidel Mendoza, kanang kamay siya ni Red Marinas, he was there beside the POD chief para i-oversee yung mga modus within the Bureau.
Pero kapag hindi nababanggit yung Erwin Ortañez,
Yes, Your Honor.
kilala po ninyo yon?
Kilala ko po, Your Honor. Si Erwin Ortañez po is the overall TCEU head during Red Marinas time as POD chief. So, under niya, si Glenn Comia, na minention ko earlier, then Binson.
Yun yung mga nabanggit mo.
Glenn Guevara.
Kaya lang tataka ako, bakit hindi binanggit yung nasa taas? Yung binanggit mo yung nasa baba eh.
Yes, Your Honor. Hindi ko po nabanggit kasi yung nag-focus po ako dun sa mga alam ko pong nagsusupply mismo ng Chinese passengers po, yung related po sa Pogo. Pero yun, tao po niya yun. Tao po niya yung mga yun. Siya po yung pinaka leader nila.
Ulit-ulit mo binabanggit si Mark Red Marinas. Pagkatapos niyang tumakbo ng eleksyon nung Mayo, nasa na siya?
Your Honor, natalo po siya sa Muntinlupa and then wala na po siya sa Bureau of Immigration since nag-resign po siya.
Hindi na siya bumalik?
Hindi na po bumalik.
Pero lahat ng galamay niya nandun pa rin. Wala naman nasiba.
Wala po, Your Honor.
Yung ama niya, yung sinasabing father and son tandem, nasa na po ba si Maynardo Marinas?
Si Maynardo Marinas, I am not sure kung connected pa siya sa Bureau. Pero ang dati po niyang position, nasa SOCU, head SOCU doon. So ang nangyari po kasi, from my point of view and from opinion po to ng mga immigration officers, yung SOCU and yung kinreate yan para i-hijack yung powers ng Commissioner's Office. Tapos, yun namang, yan sa POD, yung kaya nilagay dyan si Fidel Mendoza as yung Chief of Staff ba yan, pero wala na siya dyan ngayon, tinanggal na Para naman, i-hijack naman niya yung powers ng POD Chief. Yun po, ma'am. That's just my,
Maraming
how we
salamat.
see it.
Thank you.
Your
Oo.
Honor.
Yun yung mga pangalan ko naririnig Yung Dimples Malyari, nandyan pa ba?
Nandyan pa po, Your Honor, si Dimples Malyari. Pero hindi ko po siya nakikita sa airport.
Pero kilala mo?
Kilala ko po.
Makikilala mo kapag may retrato?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pwedeng itanong kay Commissioner at kay Mr. Medina, ano na ang balita kay Fidel Mendoza?
Your Honor, si Fidel Mendoza po, inilipat na because his item is security guard 2. Kaya tinanggal ko sa airport and he is placed in assignment sa main office, Your Honor. Just doon sa question niyo rin kanina, Mr. Maynard Marinas has already retired last year, Your Honor.
Yes, yung Erwin Ortañez, may nakakaalam ba kung nasan?
Erwin Ortañez, Your Honor, is with the Port Operations Division under Lifton Medina.
Mr. Medina is shaking his head po.
Is, I think, right now with the BCIU. But BCIU is not under Port Operations. And
Ano ho yung VCIU? Pasensya ko, hindi ko alam.
Border Control Intelligence Unit. Just want to clear po, ang Border Control Enforcement Intelligence Unit is not under POD or Port Operations or the airport. It's under the Office of the Commissioner and also TCU.
Teka, nalito ako dun eh. Nalito muna ako dito. Teka, dati-rati, si Erwin Ortañez nasaan po?
Your Honor, siya ang overall PCEU head dati.
Yeah, that's what I understood. Ang sabi, TCEU head dati. Former, no? Tapos, ano nangyari sa kanya? Asa na siya?
I transferred after the investigation on the expose of Mr. Montulfo, Your Honor. I transferred the functions of the traffic, the Terminal Control Enforcement Unit and the BCIU, the Intelligence Unit, back to the control of the Office of the Commissioner so that there will be check and balance with the intent of removing some of the functions which were before under the control of the Chief of Port Operations, Your Honor.
So he's directly under your supervision?
At present, Your Honor, he is under the Office of the Commissioner, Your Honor.
Senator
would
Ami,
he
we
be
will
willing
invite
to
that
help
person
us?
to the next hearing.
Would he be willing to help us with this investigation po?
I will require him, Your Honor, if he is required, if he is summoned.
And Mr. Fidel Mendoza, he is also under the Immigration Office, under the Commissioner po?
It's a main office, Your Honor. I will wait for the summon and inform them, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. I cede it to the chairman and to her better wisdom for the succeeding hearings.
Thank you, Senator Amy. So to continue po, but before I continue with the Commissioner, nagulat lang ako dun sa isang sagot nyo kay Senator Amy about para magkaroon ng check and balance. I don't think that your office deserves to only check and balance others. Dapat kayo, yung office nyo po talaga ang, hindi pa nga primus inter pares, not first among equals, pero clearly, and probably primarily through yung pag-amyenda namin sa 1940 law, clearly established operationally as at the very top of the Bureau. So to continue, Commissioner, alam ko po, Cavalier din kayo, upperclassman ka nung late husband ko. And I know that you do or you should take seriously itong tanong ko na what measures have you undertaken since Monday, after Monday's hearing, to investigate the allegations that our committee heard in its hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. On February 17, I issued the letter directive creating the fact-finding committee to conduct the investigation on the pastillas scheme, and I designated Deputy Commissioner Toby Javier as the chairman. They will be conducting the investigation. They will compose the board of, refer it to the Board of Discipline for appropriate legal assessment and come up with a recommendation. I also issued a show cause order to Acting Chief Port Operations Division, Mr. Grifton Medina, regarding this incident. I also issued personnel orders for the relief of Immigration Officer 2, Chevy Chase Nanyong, assigning him to the admin division. He was because he was identified in the video, Your Honor. I issued a termination order for contractual Yanni M. Howe. He was also part of the video without prejudice to the filing of a criminal case against subject personnel. I issued a directive to the Port Operations Division Chief, the terminal heads, the TCEU, and BCIU to identify BI personnel involved in the scheme. On February 19, I sent a memorandum to SOJ requesting for the confirmation of the relief of the Acting Port Operations Division Chief as the investigation is presently ongoing. He should be assigned with the admin division as well.
May I clarify that you have asked for the relief of Mr. Grifton Medina?
Yes, Your Honor.
I see.
From the, I asked the permission of the Secretary of Justice, Your Honor.
Commissioner, the
this,
Chair and including and Senator Ami, we would like to request that you give our committee copies of these letter directives, show cause order, personnel orders, termination orders, other directives and memoranda. All these 6 issuances that you mentioned, please
I will, Your
send
Honor.
copies to
Yes,
the committee.
yes, ma'am. Actually, Your Honor, these schemes are not very new to my knowledge because this has been reported to me for quite some time since I entered immigration. And I have took several measures already to address this, aside from the investigation done by another board of discipline, which was composed to investigate the news report by Mon Tulfo on the involvement of Port Operations Division's officers in the facilitation and escort service. Actually, last year, July 16, I personally asked Director Dante Gueran of the NBI to investigate the reports on trafficking and facilitation of Indian nationals in Clark and Calibo. I did this because I always wanted an independent out-of-the-agency investigation to do these things, knowing that if it would be in the Bureau, there would be some bias because of the relationships between the persons involved.
I'm also glad, Commissioner, na binanggit nyo yung mga Indians, persons sa Clark and Calibo kasi ito, pinag-uusapan namin ni Senator Ami, itong issue na ito nanganganak ng iba't ibang issue at nakakarinig kami ng iba't ibang klaseng mga visa ng ating republika na inaabuso ng ganito't ganyang mga parties sa loob ng BI. And there was a time na may preferred visas na ginagamit para sa mga Indian nationals, in this case, mga Chinese. So, nanganganak yung problemang ito, Commissioner. At gaya ng sinabi nyo, hindi po ito yung unang beses ng ganitong mga aligasyon laban sa BI tungkol sa pagtanggap ng kickback. So, bakit parang paulit-ulit po yung problema, no? Nare-resolve na talaga natin o hindi?
Your Honor, I think naging kalakaran na ho kasi yan sa immigration. I think over the years, this has evolved into a syndicated operation na with my limited powers and mahirap po kasi i-address na buo. I cannot be in all places at the same time, but we do have some reform measures made. Gaya nung
Before you
streamlining.
proceed, Commissioner, on the reform measures, May the committee, however, affirm the Commissioner of BI that in fact, as our border guards, you have to be everywhere at every time. So titignan po namin ng aming komite ano yung policy recommendations na pwede namin gawin kaugnay nung yung batas ng Bureau of Immigration to enable it to effectively police our borders. In fact, to in effect, be everywhere at every time under the leadership of the Office of the Commissioner.
Yes, ma'am. What I meant was literally, I cannot be in all places at the same time. But one of our modes is automation para mawala na ho yung human contact. Recently, we have operationalized the electronic gates, but at present, I instructed for the closing of it because we wanted to effectively scrutinize the passports cover to cover because of the outbreak of the NCOV-19. Among the other measures that we are doing is the ease of doing business. I had to review when I entered the steps for all of these transactions. We are moving towards electronic payments. Hopefully, we could operationalize it. Yung Port Operations Division is already, ang inuna ko for the ISO certification, actually. They are certified 9001-2015 since 2018, but I know these measures cannot prevent kung meron talagang scalawags in our ranks, and there should be, on my own opinion, there should be immediate sanctions that could be done, at least mabigyan man lang sana commissioner and the deputy commissioners administrative or disciplinary functions. Kasi madali ho sanang in these situations where I come from sa PNP ako noon, madali ho there should be summary hearings para dismiss natin, mai-suspend natin, matanggal natin yung mga tiwali. Kasi kung ipapasa lang namin sa Department of Justice, lang ho yun eh. It will just stay there for a while. So hindi na aksyonan sa dami ho nung ina-attenan din, I know, of the Department of Justice. Ma-archive lang ho yung mga cases na pinapadala namin sa kanila. Pwede pang lakarin ng mga tao na i-stay put na muna dyan hanggang magpalit ng bagong administration, saka na lang ilabas yan.
Speaking of the DOJ Commissioner, I'd actually like to move on to some questions ngayon kay Yusek Villar. But may I please request the Commissioner i-submit po yung comprehensive list ng mga measures na in-undertake nyo since Monday's hearing, pati po kung meron kayong comprehensive list ng mga reforms na sinimulan or pinagpapatuloy nyo sa loob ng BI. Actually, when you mentioned po yung ease of doing business, in the case of this pastillas operation, masyado nga naging easy yung doing business na umabot sa pang-aabuso na. And that's really what the committee would like to see you and the Mother Department, the Bureau and the Mother Department crack down on, most especially, para protektahan yung ating mga kababaihan at mga bata. So please do submit that to the committee, Commissioner. Senator Amy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, if we're going to proceed to another topic, I'd just like to ask Mr. Alison Chong two very quick questions. Unang-una, ang balita kasi, lumobo yung numero ng mga fugitives from justice na China nationals. Doon sa ibang hearing, lumabas na 100 yung pangkaraniwan na numero kada taon. E noong nakaraang taon, bakit lumobo sa 733? So itatanong ko, may alam ka bang VVIP, mas VIP pa sa yung mga normal na VIP na China nationals? Kapag may blacklisting, may record na criminal, meron pang mas malaki?
Yes, Your Honor. Special arrangement yan. Yang kasama yan, yung mga blacklisted, they can freely enter our country. So,
paano yun? I-holding room na ulit, tapos magpapastillas? Malaki-laki yung irolyo yung 5 million na sinasabing kalakaran.
hindi, Your Honor. Ganito po. Halimbawa, let's say, Dan Binsol, through his TCEU na galamay, member, lalapit yan sa likod ng immigration officer sa counter. May dala na yun, may pangalan doon, may picture. Oh, ito, kay Sir Den to. So, pagka ganun, passing through na lang yun.
Ganon.
Passing through, as in, hindi scan ng passport,
na lang
dadaan lang. Dadaan lang yun. Package pa yun, pati sa departure, ganun din.
So,
Kasi,
iba-iba yung rate.
iba po ang rate niyan, malaki na po yan, hindi ko po sure. Pero from what I have heard, it ranges from around 50 to 200,000 per.
May mga milyon-milyon pa akong
Per daan.
naririnig eh.
Pag mga high profile po, Your Honor, million-million po yun.
O kasi padami ng padami, 733. Ito talaga convicted criminals ng China. Narito, nagkakalat sa Pilipinas.
Yes, Your Honor, labas-pasok po.
Itatanong ko lang, kasabi mo kanina, pag big time, wala hindi ka sure. Nakatanggap ka ba?
Sa big time, yes, Your Honor, hindi po.
So, doon ka sa pangkaraniwan na pasok-pasok na visa upon arrival.
Hindi po sa visa upon arrival, Your Honor. Ano po, wala pong bayad yung visa upon arrival. Talagang tinatatakan po yun at face value.
Lang, entry, hindi pa yung recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor. Yung visa upon arrival po, wala pong nag-question doon na immigration officer.
Pero,
Tinatatakan po
ang
yun.
sinasabi mo, kasama ka sa pastillas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi nasa Viber group ka rin, di ba? Sangkot ka rin doon. Otherwise, hindi ka isasama.
It's all right, Mr. Chong, Alex, for the record, as approved by Senate President Tito Soto, you have immunity for the statements you will be making to this committee in aid of legislation, for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. That is why I have knowledge. I have detailed knowledge of everything.
Okay, maraming salamat sa ating chairwoman at eto nga, meron tayong maliwanag na whistleblower, alam na alam ang kalakaran, mismo nakatanggap at kabilang sa ating mga Viber group. So, meron talaga tayong matibay na ebidensya. Salamat po.
Salamat, Sen. Aimee. Moving now to the Department of Justice, Yusek Villar, Aglipa Villar, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Just two, but for this committee, important questions to continue getting to the bottom of this para maprotektahan yung ating mga kababaihan at bata. Does the DOJ have oversight powers over the appointments made by the BI head office?
The explanation given by Commissioner Morente is correct. So the only those that are appointed by him are the ones that are contractual or job orders. So all the other appointments pass through are issued by the Secretary of Justice.
So actually, it's oversight plus powers dahil may direct appointing power ang department sa loob ng bureau.
Yes, and also it's that the Bureau of Immigration is under the Department of Justice as an attached agency, so there is close coordination between the Secretary of Justice and the Commissioner.
So kung tutuusin, pwede ring tanggalin ng department ang mga opisyal o personnel ng bureau because of the disciplinary powers flowing from the appointing powers. At least sa 1940 law na hindi pa namin inaaral kung paano i-amend, and of course for which I hope that the relevant committee here in the Senate will have the support of the department.
That is correct.
Thank you, Yusek. And what steps is the department intending to undertake? Considering gaya din ng kinonfirm ni Commissioner, paulit-ulit na natin nadidinig itong mga, well, sorry to say, kababalagahan sa BI. No? Ano po yung plano ng department moving forward?
Well, actually, as early as when the secretary was appointed, he already issued several department orders to calling for the investigation of the illegal activities, such as the escort services and the assistance of the commission of or the facilitation of human trafficking by employees and officials of the Bureau of Immigration. So these were issued as early as April of 2019, and further to that, July of 2019 and October 2019, and the latest is January 2020. So there were several department orders already directing the NBI to conduct investigations and case build-up on the alleged involvement of Bureau of Immigration officials and personnel in human trafficking activities and escort services, and even case build-up regarding the alleged entry of prostitutes into the country to work at prostitution dens, mainly catering to Chinese workers. So all these department orders were already issued by the Secretary in response to the reports or tips from unknown sources regarding these activities. And the Bureau has already started, the National Bureau of Investigation has already started their investigations and had some initial reports, and it is ongoing, as was stated by Mr. Chong, that the NBI is closely monitoring the activities of the Bureau of Immigration officers, and that's why they have to dismantle their Viber groups periodically. But aside from that, it's correct that, as mentioned by the Commissioner, that they do their own fact-finding, investigations, and they submit a report to the department, and the department evaluates this for a prima facie case if there is indeed basis to ask the respondent to submit an explanation, and the SOJ can issue formal charges if there is a case, if there is a prima facie case, based on the evidence and the fact-finding report that the BI has submitted. If none, then the case will be dismissed by the Secretary. But if there is, then the DOJ can conduct its own formal investigation, which is headed by the Secretary, and there is an Undersecretary in charge of the Bureau of Immigration under the department, and the Undersecretary is the one who, and other lawyers under the department, the technical staff, composed by lawyers who handle the formal investigation and who conduct the hearings and ask for submission of position papers, and all of these are evaluated by the Undersecretary in charge of the Bureau of Immigration, and the SOJ is the one who issues the decision on the administrative case.
Sorry, Yusek, did I hear you correctly that you mentioned something about dismantling Viber groups periodically? Are these similar to the Viber groups you showed earlier? They're different.
I was just quoting the Mr. Chong when he said that, so I have no personal knowledge.
I was surprised. I thought that the DOJ had personal knowledge, and that's why it was moving to dismantle such groups. When earlier the BI said they were not aware.
That it's probably why they were dismantling their Viber groups periodically, because the NBI was closely monitoring them, as he mentioned earlier.
Thank you, Yusek. And now, moving precisely to the NBI. Attorney Tovera, kayo po ba ulit yung sasagot para sa NBI, or sino po ba yung pinaka-senior dito ngayon na magsasalita?
Your Honor, I am the most senior, but anybody can answer you depending on the question, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you, Attorney Tovera. So, para po sa NBI, no, parang best supporting actor kayo dito at different stages dahil kayo nag-iimbestiga, kaya kinailangan ng mga nagpapastillas yung nagba-Viber noon na magpastillas na lang, etc. And then, of course, you have also figured even earlier in the hearings of this committee na kasama ng PNP nagre-raid para mag-rescue ng mga trafficked and prostituted women and children at para mag-aresto ng mga suspected buyers. Pag naman kayo po ay nagre-raid ng mga illegal POGO operations o kaya yung nabanggit ng mga prostitution dens na catering sa mga Chinese, tinitingnan niyo po ba yung passport nung mga Chinese nationals na sangkot o naaresto at therefore suspects. Kung tinitingnan niyo po yun, ano karaniwan ang visa status nitong mga naaaresto?
Your Honor, I would like to inform this committee that not all those rescued victims are handed with their visa because some are under the control of the management. But some of them have their visa in their own personal belongings. And most of them, in my personal experience, their visa is a tourist visa.
Pero bukod po dun sa mga nare-rescue nyong victims, survivors, yung pong naaaresto nyo, inaaresto nyo mga suspected buyers ng mga sexual so-called services dito sa prostitution dens, ano po yung visa status ng mga suspected buyers na yon, ng mga Chinese nationals?
Same, Your Honor. They are handed with a tourist visa, and we filed cases against them because they are using the trafficked persons.
Alright, understood, Attorney Tovera. Yung isa rin pong matingkad na usapin ay yung pag-recycle ng mga prostituted Chinese women. Nare-rescue na sila, and then sa unang hearing, sinabi ng BI either na-deport sila or sabi ng Voice of the Free NGO na-release sa mga relatives na biglang nag-appear at kiniklaim sila. Pero sinabi din nung PNP, if I remember correctly, yung PNP Makati nung unang hearing, meron silang karanasan, at least minsan, may na-rescue uli na previously rescued prostituted and trafficked Chinese woman na parang na-recycle lamang. So, itong pag-recycle ng mga Chinese prostituted women at Chinese workers na nahuhuli sa mga illegal na pogos, kasi nga, di naman sila nahuhuli ng BI pag expired na ang visa nila. At meron po kaming isang nabalitaan. So, gaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, itong isyong ito nagsimula sa Pogo-related trafficking and prostitution. Nanganganak ng nanganganak, parang isang unending nightmare ng iba pang mga issue. Meron po bang nabalitaan kayo na, nabalitaan ko po na may scam na ire-report yung lost passport, ang passport na expired na ang visa, tapos, kukuha ng panibagong passport sa Chinese Embassy, then papatatakan sa BI na may panibagong visa. So, gaano po katalamak yung ganitong operation ng recycled workers or recycled trafficked women, yung bumabalik na lang sa dating gawa matapos ma-raid. Nare-raid nyo at ng PNP nare-rescue, pero sa ganitong ibang scheme, sa, kunyari, mawawala yung expired visa na passport and then mapapatatakan na lang ulit sa BI, may bago na namang passport at visa, tuloy ang hindi ligaya, pero tuloy Senator Amy.
Sorry. Thank you very much from the NBI. May 300 million kayo sa akin. Hindi. Lakas-lakas ng NBI. Okay. Balik lang kay Alison Chong para maliwanag lang yung storya. Hindi ko naabutan. Sabi mo nasa bureau ka pa rin.
Yes, Your Honor. Bale, parang naka-leave or emergency leave lang ako.
Ano,
ngayon.
naka-freezer ka? O kusa mo yun? O sinabihan ka na wag mo na mag-report?
Hindi po muna ako nag-report kasi baka po may mangyaring masama po sa akin.
Ano ibig sabihin nun? Tinanggal ka ba? May kaso ka ba sa immigration?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Basta kusa ka na lang pumunta rito?
Starting po nung Monday, after po nung first hearing, hindi na po ako
hearing ni
pumasok
Senator
sa...
Risa.
Yes, Your Honor. Hindi na po
Abo
ako
ka na.
pumasok kasi dangerous po.
Pero before that, wala kayong alitan sa mga iba't ibang grupo?
Wala naman po, Your Honor.
Eh, ba't mo naisip na isilawat lahat ito?
Gaya nga po nung sinabi ko kanina, Your Honor, there are two main reasons. First, I feel na my fellow immigration officers have been enslaved by this corrupt system. Kung binabayaran po natin ng tama ang ating mga border guards or immigration officers, hindi po sana magiging deterrent po yon sa corruption. Kasi ang pinopoint out ko po dito, hindi lang yung bigat ng trabaho, but yung responsibility and accountability ng isang tao. And then second po, I felt that the Filipino people should know about this because it feels like an invasion.
Okay, but you personally are not under threat of removal from employment or may kaso ka or may nagsabi sa'yo, tatanggalin ka na. Kasi may mga bulong-bulong na kasi may atraso yan sa amin kaya kumanta na.
Wala po, Your Honor. Wala pong ganon. In fact, galit sila sa akin because I've been exposing them. Opo. Yun po yung galit nila sa akin because I have been exposing them.
Okay, so you deny all those who are imputing all kinds of evil motives sa'yo. Wala kang motive na ganun.
Wala po, Your Honor. In fact, expected ko naman po na they will do that.
Hindi ka galit sa sino man doon at naghihigante.
Wala po, Your Honor. I couldn't. Paano ko po paghihigantihan yung...
Hindi, kasi ang balita naman dyan, di ba? Competing factions din yan, di ba? Parang kanya-kanyang Chinese travel agent, kanya-kanyang pagsusumigasig para maging supplier na malaki. May nasagasaan ka ba o baliktad? Kaya nandito ka ngayon.
Well, Your Honor, for the record, hindi naman po talaga ako humawak ng any Chinese what do you call this? Hindi po ako naging supplier. So, dun pa lang, I cannot become a competition. Una po, hindi po ako naagawan and hindi rin po ako nangaagaw.
Okay, thank you. So, that's on record. Maraming salamat.
Salamat din, Sen. Amy. So, in closing and before I suspend this hearing, we are actually in receipt of news. Baka nakita nyo na rin ang ilan po sa inyo online. We're in receipt of news that the President just fired officials and employees of the Bureau of Immigration involved in the pastillas scheme. I welcome a continuing cleanup of the Bureau of Immigration. Sobrang garapalan na ang pastillas operation. But I want to emphasize, this is bigger than the frontline employees. We need to protect the innocent, ensure that our borders are protected, go after the big fish, and create systemic change sa loob ng Bureau of Immigration. At dapat talaga Pilipino ang may kontrol ng ating border at mga ports, hindi mga Chinese. We need to clean up the BI. At dapat simula ito sa mga malalaking taong sangkot dito at siguraduhin hindi nire-recycle lamang ang mga korap at gahamang opisyal. In our next hearing, the committee will subpoena those who profited millions. Una na dito, ang dating BI Deputy Commissioner na si Red Marinas. Ngayon, nagsisimula muli ang pagtatapos ng korupsyon sa BI na nagpapasok ng mga illegal na Chinese na binibiktima ang sarili nating mga kababaihan at mga bata. With thanks to my colleague, Senator Amy, and repeated thanks to our resource persons, and a special thanks to our whistleblower, Mr. Alex Chong. Thanks all around. This hearing is suspended.